Hi students, welcome to your math lesson of the day. Before we hop into big ideas, let us review greater than, less than signs. And a helpful tip, when I look at two numbers, I like to look at the tens place first. So for example, we have the number 15 and we have the number 85. And what I like to do, I like to look in the tens place to see which number is bigger. So we have 15, so we have a 1 in the tens place, and then we look in 85, we have an 8 in the tens place. And we know 8 is greater than 1 because if we look on the number line, 1 is closer to 0, while 8 is more further away. So 85 is going to be bigger than 15, and is this how I write it? It is, because I like to think of it as like the mouth wants to eat the bigger piece of cake. So I like to draw a little mouth. I want to eat the bigger number. And then we see in the tens place that 8 is bigger than 1. And then we go down to 23 and 1. Because like this is an example where it's more beneficial to look in the tens place and ones place. Because in 23, 3 is less than 8 in the ones place, correct? So if you look in the ones place, 8 is greater than 3. So if you're in a rush, you might think, okay, so this number is bigger than 23 because 8 is greater than 3 in the ones place. That's why I like to suggest when you're looking at greater than and less than problems, look at the tens place instead. Because a number could be greater in the ones place, but the tens place is what makes the difference. Because 2 in the tens place in 23, it represents 20s, while 1 in the tens place in 18 represents like a number greater than 10. So we look at 23 and 18, we see a 2 in the tens place, and then we see a 1 in the ones place in 18. So we know that 23 is greater than 18. So I'm going to write my symbol that way because I want to eat the bigger piece. And now we're to 52 and 45, and it's kind of one of those tricky ones that since the 5, there's a 5 in the ones place in 45, and then there's a 2 in the ones place in 52, and we know 5 is greater than 2, but this is why I suggest look at the tens place. We see that there's a 5 in the tens place in 52, and we know that 5 is greater than 4 on the number line, so we want to eat number 52 because that's bigger than 45. So when dealing with greater than and less than problems, look at the number that's in the highest place. Even if you're dealing with 100 place problems, you want to look at the greatest value place. But in the examples I just showed you, we're looking at the tens place. So always look at the tens place first. So look at the number further away. But if you have any more questions regarding greater than, less than, please let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and hop over to Big Ideas Math. So in 6.3, we were circling groups of 10. In 6.4, we're going on along the same lines of that. But we want to speed up we want to be quicker on spawning groups of 10. And what I like to do is, like, since we worked with 10 frames, we know that 5 is always going to be on the top and 5 is always going to be in the bottom. And we know 5 plus 5 is 10. So this is what I like to do. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a group of 10 because there's 5 on top and 5 on the bottom. And we know 5 plus 5 is 10. So we're going to do that for this set. There's 5 on top and 5 on the bottom. 5 on top, 5 on the bottom. 5 on top, 5 on the bottom. And then 5 on top, 5 on the bottom, and then 5 on top and 5 on the bottom. So how many tens do we have in this problem? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 groups of 10. And did we have any left over? No, we had an even set to equal 10, which was really nice. 0 ones. And now it's asking us for the total numbers. Now, do you think it's smart to individually count by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 blah? Well, I know you guys know how to count by 10, so this is how we should do it. So if we count by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now, wasn't that quicker? We have a total of 60 little blocks. It wasn't that quicker to count by tens instead of counting by ones? And in this case, it's very beneficial to learn your tens because that makes counting much faster. So let's go ahead and check our work. And we did all of those correctly. Let's try another example. And now we have more blocks. And since we know how to spot tens quickly, we know 5 on the bottom, 5 on the top. So we know that 5 plus 5 is what? 10. So we're looking for 2 groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we keep on going. We have 5s, and then we have another set of 5s. Ooh, that was a bad circle. Okay. So we have 2 sets of 5s, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 sets of 10. And do we have any left over? Nope. And since we have 5 sets of 10, we could do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have 50. Now, I promise if you count by ones, you will still get 50, but it's going to take much longer instead of doing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it's very good to circle your tens and then count by tens to see how many groups of 5s that we have. And let's check our work. And we did that correct. Go us, go us. Give yourself a high five. Give your pet a high five. Get your mom a high five. Give your neighbor a high five. Okay, awesome work, guys. And we just went over 6.4 groups of 10. So it's kind of like 6.3, except we're expanding more on learning about groups of 10. And if you want to get more practice with me one-on-one, I'm happy to meet with you during my office hours, during school hours. Just let me know and we'll go from there. But I'll catch you guys next time in Miss Schultz's Math. Bye.